Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Welcome, or indeed welcome back to the channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe because we've got a really exciting one today. Not only is this a little haul video for Lush, but I also thought I would show you some of the footage from the recent Lush blogger event that I went to. So exciting! Yep, if you follow me on social media, you'll probably know that I very recently went to a Lush blogger event. In fact, when I'm filming this, it's the day after the event, because basically I want to use the stuff that I picked up at the event yesterday, but of course I want to be able to film an unboxing for you guys too, so that's why I'm filming it literally the following day. I had such an amazing time. It was really nice to meet some other local bloggers as well, although for the 2 hours that we were there, it was so action-packed that I barely spoke to any of the other bloggers. They basically split us into, I think it was about 3 groups, and then they showed us around the new stuff that they've got in, which I thought was quite a nice way to do it because the Plymouth Lush store is quite small, so I was wondering how they were going to manage to do that. The little team that I was on, we started off on shower and soap stuff, and oh my goodness. Okay, there are some amazingly exciting releases in Lush at the moment, but I think particularly in shower and soap, there are some really exciting releases. They've got some really interesting shapes going on. My eye went straight to this beautiful kind of pear-shaped soap which smelt amazing. I'm a huge fan of a pear scent. They also had some solid shower gels which I'm so excited about. I really love the ethos that Lush have in terms of them trying to reduce waste and just being a little bit more planet conscious. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I think we could all do a little bit more in that respect. But they had these amazing like little bottle shaped solid shower gel bars basically. My main concern, and I did ask the question, was about whether they go mushy at all, because obviously most people, they store their shower gels in the shower, but they did assure me that as long as you treat it the same as you would do a Lush soap, and we all know how tricky they can be sometimes, then it should be fine. So I think I'm going to have to come up with some kind of drainage system or whatever, because yep, that's one of the products that I've got to show you. They also had some of their repeat stuff back, so they had their shower jellies as well, which are always a lot of fun. They're really tactile, and I know you can freeze them, but that's not something I've ever actually done myself. So there was a lot of exciting stuff to look at there, and it's worth mentioning that when they were showing us all of these different areas, they weren't actually showing us everything. It was just kind of a little edited selection. So we did get a little bit of time afterwards to look at everything and do a bit of shopping. And I discovered a shower gel that I can't remember the name of, but if I've got some footage of it, then I'll pop it in or I'll put the name on screen. And oh my goodness, it smelt exactly like cola cubes. It was amazing. And when I was trying to decide between which of the solid shower gels to get, I was so tempted by that one. It was like, oh, there was a couple actually. There's another shower gel which is unbelievably beautiful to look at. It's like a jade green with a shimmer running through it. So beautiful. But you know, you've got to draw the line somewhere. I could have literally brought everything home with me, but unfortunately I don't have all the money in the world, so I had to be quite selective with what I chose. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next section that we went on to was more about cosmetics, so there were some lip products there. They also had there what I thought was a really exciting innovation. It was a combination of a massage bar, and there were 2 little holes on top, and when you shook it, this very shimmery body powder stuff kind of came out. So that was very cool. Potential to be quite messy, but it was a lot of fun to play with, and the designs of them were really nice as well. I particularly liked the Twilight one. I thought that one was really nice. The other bits they had was solid lip scrubs, some lip tints, and lots of shimmer basically. So If you're after a real disco ball, shimmery, amazing look, then definitely head to Lush because they've got a lot of that for this festive season. The last section we moved on to was my absolute favourite, and I think it was the one section that everyone was just wanting to get to, and we were the ones who went there last, and it was the bath section. So we got to have a look at some of the new Halloween and Christmas stuff that they've got out. And wow, again, it was just overwhelmingly amazing. The new products they've come out with are fantastic. Some of the ones that stood out to me in particular is there was a Man in the Moon bubble bar, and he was sort of inspired by, I think it was an old French film, which I can even picture in my head. I think it's black and white if it's the one I'm thinking of, where a rocket is sent to the moon and it kind of like just splats into the moon, and that's where the designers come from. But the colours are really eye-catching and the design was so much fun. Another one that completely stuck out to me was a Halloween product, and it was a really cute cat which makes your bath water black, which really appealed to me. It just looked absolutely amazing. They also demoed for us 2 new bath ballistics which I'd not experienced before, although technically they're actually called jelly bombs, so you might be familiar with what I'm talking about. They showed us Ectoplasm, which is the one for Halloween, and then Snow Fairy, which is the one for Christmas. And what's weird about these is they look like a regular bath ballistic, and then you put it in the water, and I can't remember the chemical they said that's in there, but it does something to the water that makes it kind of slimy and slippery, and it just feels really, really nice. It feels amazing. The Ectoplasm one was the most amazing vibrant sort of lime colour, and then the Snow Fairy one created the most gorgeous looking marshmallowy, pillowy, very creamy looking lava and bubbles, which looked so inviting. So I can't wait to give those ones a go because they did look really interesting, and I liked the fact that it changed the quality of the water as well to make the water feel a little bit different. After they showed us the products, we were then free to have a bit of a wander round, and then they said that we could make our own Butterball, which was so exciting because I've never actually made anything in Lush before. I know quite often you can go in and make your own something or other. It's usually a ballistic. So that was a huge amount of fun. So I do have one of those in my little haul as well. And then I think the last thing we did is they just talked us through their favourite gifts. And oh wow, my goodness, there's some amazingly beautiful gifts out this year. I feel like Lush always do really well when it comes to gifts anyway. I know that a huge amount of thought and design and prep goes into the idea of what kind of gift sets they're going to do, but there are several this year that I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that. They're amazing. There's also a Man in the Moon tin as well, so if you like the design of the bubble bar, the tin is so cute, and it's seriously being considered because who doesn't want to have a Man in the Moon tin for the rest of your life to put your biscuits in or something? I thought it was amazing. Like I said, I could have easily spent an absolute fortune, and when I was walking around the shop and I had my basket and a handful of paper bags to put stuff in, I was just going a little bit like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And then I'd suddenly think, oh, I forgot about you, I'll grab that. And it was just a bit crazy, and I was a bit worried about how much I spent, but actually I didn't do too badly. I spent £26, which I think for me was pretty good actually. So without further ado, shall we dive in and see what I chose from that amazing selection of products? The first thing I want to show you guys, and this is probably really silly, but this really tickled me. When we went in the front door, where they've got their ice tray, which has usually got all the face masks on there were loads of these black pots. And at first, I didn't really kind of look at them and realise what they were until they said, you know, help yourself to a drink and a bit of food or whatever. And then I realised they had our names on, and I just thought that was such a lovely touch. So I don't know if I was supposed to be taking this home with me, but I did. So I now have my own at WavyKate little black pot, which I think is so cute. I think I'm probably going to put makeup brushes in this because I don't really want to use it for anything else. Inside here should be my ballistic, and I am hoping that it's been long enough to set, because they did say it would take like a day to set. I don't think I did a very good job of it. Look, it's falling apart. Now the reason for that is I was kind of at the back, and when it came to my turn to make it, there was hardly any mixture left, so it was really hard to kind of squish it together. But I intended for it to look like this. Even where the embossed bit where you're supposed to be able to read Lush looks rubbish. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't meant to be a compounder for Lush. But look at that, it has actually stuck together. I don't really understand how that works, because literally less than 24 hours ago, this was a very, very loose powder. It smells so, so good. I'm not a huge fan of Butterball in the sense of I wouldn't normally buy it, but it's usually something that's included in gift packs, I think, so I'm very happy to have it anyway. But it smells absolutely gorgeous. And I can't believe it's actually stuck in that position. It was totally meant to be like that. Okay, next, and I'm just going to grab these out randomly, we've got a bubble bar called My Two Front Teeth. This isn't one that they actually demoed for us, or at least not my group anyway, but look at that, how cool is that? I must admit, most of my purchase decisions were based on the fact that I thought, oh my god, my little boy is gonna love that. It smells really pretty, and I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what's in each of these, so I'll just literally read out what it says on the website. The Tooth Fairy is working overtime. Give a little whistle and crumble under running water for some seriously soothing and worry-free bubbles. You'll get all you wanted from this lavender and tonka dental delight. Neroli will make you smile from ear to ear, and brace yourself for what is to come. Buck up with vanilla and let worries bubble away. That's a really nice combination. Next up, and I am so excited about this one, it's this very cute little guy here. This is a bubble bar called Bewitched. This is the one they demoed for us, which made the water look all black, and it smells so nice. It reminds me of another Lush product, but I can't think what it is. Oh, actually, I think I know what it is. I think it's the little, is it the strawberry mushrooms that they did once? Am I making it up? I can't think of what they were called, but it smells like those. This little guy here has got a hole in between his eyes because he was literally the last one that they had in the entire shop. So he did have a little thing stuck in his head telling everyone what it was, and I was like, I'm having you because you are just too cute. So in terms of what they're saying about this one, after a busy day whizzing round on a broomstick, ground yourself with olibanum, I don't know what that is, and be spellbound by bergamot. I'm definitely getting the bergamot. Twitch your nose and breathe in this familiar blackberry scent. Whether in this life or in one of the other 8, you'll be a fool to let this one pass you by. So it doesn't have the same scent as the mushroom one that I was thinking of, that strawberry one, but it is quite similar. Oh, so cute. Next up is another Halloween product that I'm so excited about, and there's one main reason for this, and that's because it's frickin' adorable, don't you think? My little boy is gonna go nuts for this because he loves Monsters Inc. and I just think this looks like a pink Mike Wazowski, and it smells out of this world. I'm pretty sure I had one of these last year as well when they brought it out for Halloween last year. I'm not sure how long it's been around for, but I've definitely seen you before, and I rifled through all of the box just to try and find one that had a really clear eye and really clear horns as well, although he's become a little bit beaten in transit, and he's also got a little bit of a crack which I think almost made it look like he had a mouth or something, but just super cute. This is another one that they actually demoed for us, and the bubbles and the colours that it created was absolutely gorgeous. If I remember rightly, the actual bath water goes a sparkly purple as well, really deep, rich purple. So I cannot wait to give this one a go. And in terms of the description, I spy with this little eye something beginning with boo. This monster mashup of lime and neroli oils is a surefire way to get the party started. Toss into a hot bath and watch it go. Again, this oil that I don't think I've heard of before, the olibanum. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Olibanum oil relaxes and leaves you feeling franken fine all night long. Love it. Okay, next up, are you ready for this? It's the man in the moon, and he is just so amazingly eye-catching. I love the design of this. I think it's so cute, and again, it's just one of these products that they've come out with that your eye just gets drawn to. I love the colours and the boldness of the design. It's unbelievably cute, and it smells fabulous. Really, really good. This is a mighty bubble bar. I think you'd potentially get 2 uses out of this, if not 1 amazingly good bath, because this one is a little bit more pricey compared to the other bubble bars, and I think that's just because of the size. It is that bit bigger. And they've said fantastically phantasmagoric and wonderfully weird. You won't need a rocket to take a trip to the moon. Credits to lime and neroli oils for their outstanding contribution to lifting moods and chasing away the blues. Just crumble under running water and watch as the special effects of golden luster swirl with the water as cocoa butter sets the scene for softer skin. And it's got that same oil in there as well, the olibanum, which will give you a grounded and calm state of mind. It's up, up and away in a rocket ship of citrus bliss. And he does smell so good. Next up, I've got another Halloween product, and it's this one. It's called Pink Pumpkin. It's super pretty, super sparkly. It's really florally scented as well, and as soon as I smelt it, I thought I'm gonna have to see how this translates to a full bath, because there is geranium in here, and boy, do you know it. It smells like you've just walked into a flower market or something. It's quite a heady floral scent, which I actually don't mind, and normally with floral scents I find them a little bit too much when they're on the headier end of the scale, but this is just light enough and it just lifts enough that it's not actually too heady. Get pretty in pink and make them all wink with geranium and bergamot oils. Simply crumble under running water for a cloak of uplifting bubbles. There's no need to leave a shoe behind. A sprinkling of luster and sultry jasmine absolute will ensure your Prince Charming treats you to a happy ending. Very, very pretty. Next up is another Christmas product, and it's this one, Christmas Eve. I think this has been around for quite some time, and I was trying to remember what the design used to look like. I think it was more of kind of a hand moulded crescent shape, but I can't remember where the yellow came in. Really testing my memory, because this has been around for a long time, so I couldn't resist it, because it's a really relaxing scent, a great one to use on Christmas Eve if, like me, you just get too excited to sleep and you need to calm down before you go to bed. I really like the design that they've come out with this year. It's really simple, but again, just really eye-catching and very cute. And in terms of what it says about this on the Lush website, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, they were all in the bath. The stockings were hung by the bathtub with care, the feet they belonged to soapy and bare. The bubbles piled high smelt lovely and bright, uplifting ylang ylang put moods just right. Jasmine was floral and gently alluring, this Christmas was sure to never be boring." I love that, that's so cool. And it does smell uplifting, but also very relaxing as well, so cannot wait to use this one again. It's a really, really nice one. Okay, so I've just got one last product to talk about, and they said to us at the end that we could choose any naked product for free, and that was very exciting and very difficult choosing something. I was definitely looking towards the new Naked Solid shower gels, but it was quite tough trying to choose which one, and it was between this one and Twilight, and I was kind of looking at them both because I absolutely love Twilight, but I thought ultimately I'd probably get more use out of Snow Fairy, because Snow Fairy is the kind of scent that you can use anytime really, whereas Twilight is definitely more of an evening scent. First of all, I think the design of this is so cool. It's again really eye-catching. They seem to have gone for really bold but very simple designs, if that makes sense. So they're not too fussy. You can really see straight away what it is that you're looking at, and this obviously just looks like a bottle. It's so cute. And the smell is of course amazing. It smells like sweets, and if you're familiar with specifically what a wham bar smells like, it smells identical. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is a little bit waxy to the touch, and when it gets wet it's obviously quite slippery, but it's definitely different to a soap. It doesn't seem like a soap. It's a little bit more kind of squishy, and they basically told us that when they created this, they just took the standard mixture of a shower gel and just hyper thickened it basically. So it's definitely not a soap. It's definitely a shower gel, and it's a pretty decent size, so I would imagine that it would last quite a long time as well. The Snow Fairy is out of the bottle and there's no stopping her. She is off on her travels around the Bonbon Kingdom. There are no restrictions on these naked lollipop lathers, so summon sweet showers anytime and anywhere and douse yourself in cleansing candy floss clouds. Turn your shower into a fairy tale fairground and bad moods will flitter away on a bubblegum breeze. Yeah, I totally buy all of that. And that's everything. That's all I picked up. I was really restrained. There was so much more that I could have brought home with me, but I had to try and pick the things that I knew I either liked already and I really wanted to get again, or new things that I wanted to try. But I will definitely be putting in another order, probably a little bit closer to Christmas, because there are so many things that I want to try and I don't want to miss out on, because after Christmas they're just going to be gone. Right, so that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing the things that I picked up, as well as seeing some behind the scenes footage from the blogging event I went to. Thank you so much to Lush for inviting me along to that event. I had such a fun time. It was great to be able to have this quite personalised shopping experience, I suppose, where the shutters were down and no one else was there, and we were able to just have a really good rummage around and look at stuff, as well as lots of demonstrations and things. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes footage that I managed to capture from it, because I filmed a lot. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up down below, because it does really help support my channel. And if you are new and would like to subscribe to see more content like this from me in the future, I will pop a button just here so you can click it and just get notified of new content as and when it gets uploaded. And if you've not seen my last video, I'll pop a link to that one just up here so you can click it and check that one out too. Anyway, I hope you're all really well, and I will see you again soon. Bye!